There you go.
Hi guys. Congratulations. Marilyn, you had this shocked face when they called your name. What was going through your head at the time?
I'm not going to lie, I had not even a twinge thinking. I was like looking at who's going to be the lucky winner. I had no idea.
She's like rehearsing her lines because we're announcing Dallas Smith, so she's like, she is going to actually read the line. She's going to be like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, do the Dallas Smith entrance. That's what I was going to do. We're like,
wow. It is a big shock. I'm totally blown away.
All right, more questions? You make me run across the room again?
we can
come over here.
We were sitting backstage in a room very similar to this last year, actually, and I was asking you what's going on, and you were saying there are big things coming up this year. I think there were big things coming up this year for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so much.
Yeah, we didn't know what we needed to, with the girls, with our girls, had a lot of stuff happen, so we sort of had to try to figure that out and make sure we had that organized and together where we were confident. So we would have put out a record probably already. It's recorded, now we're mixing it, and it'll be out in the new year. And we're super excited to, confidently come out there with the record.
The Zach Brown tour?
Yeah, touring with Zach Brown, which is incredible. And yeah, it's just been a whirlwind, but of all positive. I'm afraid to walk across the street if I spot or something. Literally, like no, but it has.
Put it out there.
Oh, jeez.
How are the girls on the show?
Oh,
they're loving it.
Yeah,
they're having so much fun.
It is. Yeah. It's like literally going to a party every day. It's like it's a birthday party again. Yeah, no, they love it, and we've made sure that we're not TV people, and we're not well, I don't even know what we're not, but we're not used to that type of thing and stuff. So we've carved out everything around the girls that is like as long as it's fun, and then and they can keep doing whatever, but they still go to school and regular school and. And they love it. They literally,
Now that you're CCMA Group or Duo of the Year, does that mean you get a bigger cut of the Zach Brown tour? Just kidding. The actual question I have is, for those that don't know kind of your backstory a little bit, again, just a few years ago, you were virtually unknown as far as the mainstream country music scene goes. To go from that point to where you are now, the obvious question would be, are you surprised? What I'm wondering about now, what's next?
Definitely surprised. I mean, everybody obviously hopes that these things happen to them, but I know a lot of super talented people who, haven't had the recognition.
And that's the thing. What's weird with us is that we were doing it regardless, obviously, because we've been together for 18 years, so we've been playing music and doing this forever. Just around our kitchen or whatever, and it was and everyone told us that we couldn't do it on a real level, like nationally or whatever, without just sort of pushing it over or nudging it into like I remember the last label that we went to play for, and they, I won't name them, Sony, but no, I just so they I remember. The three executives be like, I love it, and it's really special, but there's a box here, and you guys just aren't in the box. But you don't have to be in the middle of the box, but you can just come in the box. And I was just like, I don't know if that's gonna be where, because I don't want to go sing songs every night that I don't feel or like, whatever. So I said, you know what, if we can do it on a level that, even if we worked and then had it as a hobby, it would still be special that we could still do. So that was sort of the plan, it was sort of just to keep trying to do it and get to a level that we could at least eat, right? And that was our only goal.
That was the goal.
And so that's when Johnny came in, when Johnny Reed, he took us in the studio and he was like, I don't want you to change anything. I want you to have record it. And I was like, well, then we probably wouldn't even record the vocals in a studio. Like he's like, well, we recorded them in our bathroom. And he let us do that. We recorded, every song on the record. Like, Marilyn would be like, okay, I want to sing. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and like, okay, and she goes in the bathroom and like, yeah, whoever else, because it sounded good. And but that's where we recorded all those songs. And it's like, nobody would let us do that normally, you know, but he did, and that's a huge difference, I think. And then what happens is because he had the reach and he put us on his tours and all this stuff, then it was up to the people, you know, to decide, because they were actually hearing, and nobody really thought that it was in the box, or it didn't really, it just kind of fit in, I
You
guess.
just have microphones in random rooms all over your house then, or something?
Yeah.
All right, we have time for a couple more. Anyone? Oh, back here.
What are you wearing? Will you stop moving back?
Sorry, this is just a quick one. Do you think now that the word's got out, do you think everyone's going to be recording in their bathrooms now?
I hope so. I mean, actually, I don't know. Then they're gonna have our sound.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No.
If you solo the vocals on the record, we have a bird, Ricky, and there's just like this little Ricky bird, he's like tweeting and stuff. There's one part in this house that I'm just like, oh, because Maisie there's like this door or whatever, and I'm like, Maisie, and she's like, come on, I gotta move, whatever. I'm like, just stay still. So it's not the most practical thing in the world, but it's hard to show up. It's hard for us because it's hard to show up at a studio you know, I envy people that can do it. Be like, okay, well, on Tuesday we're cutting vocals at 5 o'clock, and then to show up at 5 o'clock and just sing some song that, like, what if you're not in, you know, 5 o'clock's not going to work for me. I'm not in my headspace, you know. So it works for us, and I don't really, you know, think that it was the best. Necessarily the best plan for everybody.
All right, we have time for one more. If someone has one last question. You have one back there? All right. You can sit.
Oh, great. Thanks very much. Keith Gillard, Accessible Media, congratulations.
Thank you.
Just wondering, can you tell us what happens with your career next week? Where do you go from here? I mean, it seems like you're riding pretty high here. So how do you keep yourself grounded, and where are you going next?
Well, literally next week we're on the Zach Brown tour, so.
So we're coming back here, actually.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
go
be back
to
here next
Vancouver
week.
but it's weird. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's gonna change sort of the path that we're on necessarily. It'll just you know, have more things to talk about. I think I think we have a sort of a not a set out plan that that we're trying to set out a plan, but we have a very a plan with our lives, with our family, that, you know, this record's done and when we're releasing it, and the things that go along with it. And, you know, we've been able to incorporate, like, we're on this boat that the kids call the Kiamo with all of our heroes, with, you know, John Prine and John Hyatt and Chris Christopher and all these people we get to go perform on this boat. And how we carve out those things is by saying, okay, well, we'll come and play it, and we'd love to come play this boat. This is a dream, wherever else, but we'll also bring our girls, and then it'll be a family vacation.
Right.
So we have all these things sort of set aside, and just shaking the moment.
Trying to balance everything, make it all, keep it awesome, you know.
Awesome. Well, that's all the time we have right now. Congratulations again, Stellas. Thanks for stopping by here.